as well as a passion project, it was my sort of final project for uni. I always knew that I wanted to do a sort of musical type film. For my love for biopics like The Dirt and Bohemian Rhapsody, I love sort of combining that element of music with comedy like they do in sort of films like Spinal Tap. And the formation of a band really appealed to me, that idea.
I love biopics, but the fact it was a fictional biopic with elements of like kind of humour with like the Edgar Wright-esque, like let's make him a zombie, like that level of comedy was just so, it was just so funny to me. So I thought, what would be better than to just work on this project, and it'd be such a solid project to make into a feature film. Again, it's just two of my favourite things really, rock music and sort of 80s trashy horror. I'm very pleased with how it's gone. I don't know how professional it's been, but I think me, Matt and Indy have tried to sort of keep the project on track, and all the actors have been really professional. I've been really pleased with them.
Sort your fucking attitude out!
I think initially reading the script, I was instantly like, yes. I remember when Jacob sent it over to me, and I just fell in love with it straight away. I love the sort of tone of this film. I love how it has comical moments and then also some really serious moments as well. And I think that Jacob and Matt find that balance brilliantly.
I have kind of had more responsibility for this role comparing to the other roles that I've had. Obviously I've normally just done like either just costume or set or things like that, but like for this role on this film, I obviously was more responsibility and like the more of like the whole rounder of the design. My favourite day and scene to film was the Fleece gig. That was the most, it was that to be fair, and the part when we were filming in the pub for their first gig, that was fun.
Yeah, if I had to describe it in one word, the whole experience of everything that we've done, it's been fantastic and so much fun to shoot, and it was a long shoot as well. It's over a month, and I've never shot anything for nearly as long as that. Everything about it was fantastic from start to finish. The relationship between cast and crew, cast relationship with each other, I have literally no complaints.
It looks pretty cool.
Oh, we're losing it.
I love Jimmy so much and everything. Jimmy is my world.
So something that stood out to me about this project was the fact that it was, one, a biopic, and two, it was a comedy. I've not really done much of those two things in my acting work, so that's something that drew me to the project straight away, especially when I read the character bio of Marcy. It sounded so fun and I just knew I had to go for it.
I just thought it sounded so cool, like very strange. Like the brief was zombie glam metal punk band, so you know, why wouldn't I? It's just very strange, but it's very cool.
I think one person in particular, James, I mean, me and his sort of off-screen and on-screen relationship was just brilliant. We had such a laugh, we rehearsed the scenes, and he ad-libbed so much, and I ad-libbed so much, and it was just so easy, and it didn't feel like acting, it just felt natural and normal, which is how you want it to feel. I've definitely made friends for life on this set. I think I've really enjoyed it. On the first day I turned up, and it was so welcoming and such a pleasant environment.
Yeah, the environment's been so fun, so funny, and extremely relaxed. There's never been a moment where no one's laughing, really.
I'm just putting some bling on. Hello.
I'd say the atmosphere on set was, right, okay, it was like, we got to get the work done, but at the same time it was in a fun way. But we also had to be strict on, because obviously the first day we went over by so long. After we had that first day, we're like, okay, we need to get stuff done. Shouldn't be swearing too much.
What have I learned from this project? Drumming is hard. Like, you'd go to gigs and you'd see the drummer and you'd be like, oh, that's really cool. I bet I could do that. No. No.
Well, I've got a very strong relationship with all of them, really. I think they're all fantastic people and fantastic performers. However, I do think I have grown very close to a certain Liam, who plays Ryan. A bit of a bromance has blossomed, I feel, between me and him, and I hope he feels the same. I just think he's a real genuine bloke, and the way he plays Ryan is so like captivating, and it's so funny as well. And He really gets into it. I don't think you could have picked a better person.
I think definitely because of the scale of the project, you've had to sort out people's schedules a lot more. It's not just, oh, we've got a week free, we can get all the filming done. It's very much been over the course of like 3 months, just pinpointing everyone's schedules, fixing it with venues, and even just like, because it's a more professional project than other ones I've worked on, there's been a lot more focus on like a bit of health and safety and just make sure everyone's having an all-round good time.
We meet Ryan, particularly when he's really down and out, he's really struggling to comprehend that the music isn't going well for him. And then, we see how things sort of come together for him, but we start to see as, he hits this sort of famous route, almost as he gathers more fame, he becomes really quite arrogant and quite obnoxious, sort of pushing aside everybody else's feelings. I think he feels a lot of the time that the world is against him, and it's really nice when we actually see him realise that that's not actually the case.
I would say Steve Huggins. He did such an insane job with Alice Cooper. He really just brought that character to life immediately.
I was speaking to Matt, and I didn't really know how to do any of the mannerisms of a bass player. So I go up to him and he goes, how do I do this, mate? Because I haven't done anything like this before. And he says, have a drink and then see how you feel then. So I have a drink. By the time we get to shooting, I've got the legs going bang, kicking it, and I'm doing all the arm movements and the whole, oh Christ, my chair's going now.
My favourite part of filming has to definitely be the fleece gig, just because like being able to stand on the stage and not actually do anything and have people like cheer for you and be like an audience, that was so cool. It's been so fun and it's just been so friendly, like, I don't know, no one takes things too seriously, but it also all gets done and it all kind of flows really nicely. And especially like going to all the locations and everything, it's been just such a fun experience and everyone's so kind and friendly, yet professional at the same time.
If I had to describe this project in one word, wild. Just wild.
I definitely want to work with the cast and crew again. I'm a big fan of the stuff like the Cornetto trilogy. Obviously Edgar Wright uses sort of the same cast and crew. I love that sort of idea of using the same creative people on just a completely different project.
What made you want to work on this film?
Nothing else to do.
Can you answer sensibly, please?